Good morning, students. A warm welcome to all of you to the English class. Students, today I am going to discuss an important chapter of grammar. Okay? You know, writing skill covers a large part, an important part in your syllabus, and most of the students just gets very less mark in writing skill. Why no? This is because their writing does not have any weight. So, to make the writing weighty, you need to do something. What? You need to use some words, some phrases and some items which make it very much good to listen. Okay? And the writing becomes a good writing. So, in the English literature, one of the topics which makes your writing weighty, that is what? That is idioms and phrases. In literature, in so many proses and poems, we have seen there are so many words we cannot understand what the meaning may be. Okay? Because the words are very much different from the meaning which we expect. Okay? And those words are actually what you know. Those words are phrase and idioms. Okay? What is phrase and what is idioms? Let us know. Then you will understand what are those. Okay? In a chapter, I think you have read in class 8, Bipin Babu's Lost Memory. That is a chapter. And in that chapter, there are so many idioms and phrases. So many idioms and phrases, and you cannot understand what actually they mean. Okay? So idioms and phrases are one of the topics of grammar which you need to memorize, which you need to learn by heart. There is nothing to understand in this topic. Okay? Just you need to understand and understand a little bit. Okay? And understand actually the meaning. Understand the meaning and then learn by heart. Okay, meaning is already written. So let us move to the chapter. What is idiom and what is phrase? First, we need to know. What is idiom? What are idioms? Idioms, what? An expression whose meanings cannot be derived from its constituent elements. That means there are words, okay, in the expression. There are words in the expressions and you cannot understand the meaning of that expression from the words. That means from the constituent elements. That means whatever words are there in the expression, you cannot understand from those words what may be the meaning of that expression. That is idiom. Okay? So idioms are those expressions whose meanings cannot be derived. That means cannot be ascertained, cannot be obtained, cannot be achieved from its constituent elements, that means from its body and from its contents. Okay, from its contents. Those are called idioms. Now, what are phrases? Phrases, a group of words. Here also expression has group of words, and phrases are also group of words without a verb. Here there may be verb, there may not be verb, but here there will be no verb, but usually forms part of sentence. So group of words forming a part of sentence, but without a verb. That is called phrase. Okay? So let us move to some of the phrases and idioms. Here I have written 22 phrases and idioms, and also their meanings. These idioms and phrases, okay, these idioms and phrases are important when you are writing something. Okay? Maybe you are writing letter, maybe you are writing paragraphs. So if you use properly these idioms and phrases, those writing becomes weighty. Okay? And the examiners and the evaluators are very much happy that you know the meaning of those words. Okay? So you need to know these idioms and phrases. I have just written 22 idioms and phrases. There are lots of idioms and phrases. Okay. So you must practice as much as possible. I will send more through snaps, but here I am going to discuss these idioms. Okay, one by one. Just follow me. A, B, C. You know ABC? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You have learned those are alphabets. Okay? A to Z. This is alphabets, and these are what? Letters. So here 3 letters are given. A, B, C. So can you understand what will be the meaning of A, B, C? If you say you don't know ABC of this thing, so this is a matter of regret. So this is a shame. You don't know the ABC. That means you don't have elementary knowledge. Okay? He is ready in class 10, but he cannot write his name properly. So he does not have ABC. That means he does not have elementary knowledge. So this is what? This is an idiom. All agog. Can you understand the meaning? All agog. That means much excited. After 15 years, his father returned from foreign. So he is all agog. That means he is much excited. So here, this idiom making the sentence witty. All at once. This is very simple idiom. You know, all at once means suddenly. We were playing in the field. Okay? All at once, rain started and we ran in dispersed manner. That means, all at once means suddenly the rain started and we started moving here and there, this side, that side, in different directions. Okay? Apple of one eye, one's eyes. That means he is the apple of his father's eye. What it means? Apple is a fruit. You cannot understand something from the word apple. Apple of one's eyes, that means very dear. Sandeep is the only child of his family. So he is the apple of his father's eyes. He is the apple of his father's eye. That means he is very dear to his father because he is the only child. At a loss. You cannot ascertain the meaning from these 3 words. At a loss. That means puzzled. Puzzle means you don't know what to do. Okay? I had some guests to entertain, but my parents were not at home. So I was at a loss in that moment. That means I was puzzled. That is what to do, what not to do, I could not understand. So that was puzzling situation. At a loss means puzzled. Okay? At a stretch, you know this word continuously. Bihar has recently seen a flood because there was rainfall at a stretch 5 days. At a stretch 5 days. That means continuously 5 days it rained. That's why Bihar witnessed a flood in some parts. Okay? At 6s and 7s. You know 6 and 7s, these are 2 digits. But if you say at 6s and 7s, what it means? That means in disorderly manner. That means you are not keeping something, you are keeping in haphazard manner. His room looks very dirty because he keeps all his things at 6s and 7s. He keeps all the items at 6s and 7s. That's why his room looks dirty. So at 6s and 7s means disorderly manner. That means wherever things should be kept, he is not keeping in that place, in a proper place. So he is keeping in disorderly manner. Now coming to next, bad blood, that is bitterness. Politicians to get vote or to increase the vote bank, they use the bad blood. They use the bad blood among the people. Bad blood means bitterness. They spread the bitterness among the people. Okay? against the other parties. Okay, they show up that other parties are not so good, so they blame them in different manner. So they spread bitterness. They spread bitterness to achieve some great thing. So they spread bitterness, that means they spread bad blood. Okay. Next, in cold blood. You know these words. You use these words. In cold blood. There was a murder in the market, but police could not still identify who was the murderer, because the murderer did this in cold blood. That means there was no reason, but with a cold mind that murder was done. Okay, that's why you can say that was deliberate murder. Okay, he pushed me suddenly and I fell in the ditch. That was done in cold mind. That means that was done deliberately to hurt me. Okay, next, fair and square. You know, honest. When you are giving examination, you should give the examination in a fair and square manner. That means in an honest manner. In an honest manner. Okay? There should be the division of all the properties among the children in fair and square manner. Okay? He got everything fair and square. That means he got everything in an honest way. Next, face the music. Can you understand what will they mean, face the music? You have done so many mistakes, and those mistakes you have done after my warning. So now face the music. That means now accept the consequences. That means whatever the result comes, you should face. That means face the music. Okay? You ignored my warning. So now face the music. Live in the large. Live in the large. What it means? That means live in difficulties. Okay? I was in helpless condition, but my rich relatives did not help me. They just left me in the lurch. That means they just left me in difficulty. So this is one good phrase which is used in most of the literature prose. Lion's share. You know, lion's share means lion is the king of the jungle. Okay? And lion's share means a big part. After the death of the father, all the sons quarreled among themselves. All of them wanted the lion's share. That means all of them wanted what? The largest part. Okay? So this is one good idiom. Next to nothing. You know, you have heard about next to God. Next to nothing. Next to nothing means almost nothing. Almost zero. Okay? I am giving one example. Pratap has got 5 marks out of 100. So he has got next to nothing. Out of 100 means what? Next to nothing. That means whatever he got, that was next to nothing. Next. Black sheep. What is the meaning of black sheep? Person with bad character. Person with bad character. All the family members are educated and all the family members are teachers, doctors, but the smallest member of the family is a vagabond. He is the black sheep of the family. He is the black sheep of the family. Next, hand. At hand means near. When you are doing something, everybody won't help you. Okay? So you should keep everything at hand. Everything should be kept at hand. That means near. Okay? Now, ins and outs in detail. Students, you know we are going for the tour, but you should know the ins and outs, what we are going to do there during our tour. So ins and outs means in details. Okay? Students, you must submit ins and outs of your family to the office. Okay? A snake in the grass, that means secret enemy. That means he is enemy, but you don't know. Suppose you are, I am giving one sentence, okay? You are always with that bad person. You know he is good, but you don't know that he is a what? He is a snake in the grass. He is a secret enemy. Okay? Next, hand in glove on very intimate terms. Don't try to mix with that person. Don't try to go with that person. Okay? He is hand in glove with a culprit. Okay? Or you can say with a unsocial person. Okay? So don't go with that person. He is hand in glove with the unsocial person. Okay? So hand in glove means what? On very intimate terms. Okay? Well to do means rich. Rabindranath Tagore came from a well-to-do family. That means Rabindranath Tagore came from an aristocratic family. Banana Republic. Can you understand? What is the meaning of banana? Banana is a fruit. Now Banana Republic, what it means? It means backward. It means what? Backward country with poor economy. Most of the African countries are banana republic. That means they are very backward with poor economy. That means economic condition is very poor. Okay, but they are republic. They are serving their own. They have their own government. They are republic, but they are banana republic. Banana is a very cheap fruit. You know, banana is a very cheap fruit. So those countries, though they are republic, though they are sovereign, but they are very poor. They are very backward. So those countries are called banana republic. Okay. So after the lockdown situation, India also has become a banana republic country. That means our economy has been destroyed so much. We are now economically very poor. Okay. Though a republic country, we are now banana republic country. Next, bark at the moon. What is the meaning of bark at the moon? That means there is the moon, a dog is barking at the moon. So what it means? Moon is not near, moon is not a food, and the barking of the dog will not change anything. So what it means? Bark at the moon? Bark at the moon means result place activity. That means you know that this cannot change, but you are doing something. Okay? Suppose the workers are giving their best for the factory, but the management is not increasing their salary, not paying about their development, not paying any attention about their development. So the workers are just working at the moon. The workers are working at the moon. That means there will be no result, but the workers are doing their best. So this is the working at the moon. So you know, these words are very much rich. Okay? If you give spices to the curry, it becomes tasty. Okay? In case of writing, when you are writing a paragraph, when you are writing a letter, and whatever you are writing, so in the writing, if you use properly these idioms and phrases, those writing becomes tasty. That means they become rich with words. Okay? So you need to learn by heart as many as idioms and phrases and use them properly. Try to use them properly. Okay? In any grammar book, you can find out so many idioms and phrases, and in net also those idioms and phrases are available. Just you need to understand the word meanings and the example. Okay? So through the example, you can learn how to use them. So I think you will learn lots of idioms and phrases, and I am going to send you more idioms and phrases through snaps. So I think you will learn all these properly and use them properly in your writing. So today, bye bye all of you. Have a great day.